Alright troops, it's your Da. Welcome to another episode of the Video8 vlogs. Today we're going to be looking at this Zone analog to digital video converter slash player. Just came in the post today and it doesn't bloody work. Ladies and gentlemen, eBay. So it's getting sent back, but since I've got it here, let's have a wee look at it. This thing is supposed to be able to record to an SD card. I was going to try and run it off a power bank. It's a 5V barrel jack, so should be able to run off a USB no bother. I would need to make a cable for it, but 5V should be able to run off it no bother. Don't know how long you would get off it on a power bank, but might have been worth a try. Unfortunately, I can't even get the thing to turn on. Let me just show you what happens when you try and plug the DC adapter into the power port. You can see there, that's sticking out a good 5mm. That's possibly what the problem is, possibly not. Sometimes with these barrel jacks they do stick out a bit longer than it needs to be. So before I send it back, I'm going to do what any self-respecting electrical engineer. Yep, I'm going to start flashing my certificate everywhere I go. Do what any self-respecting electrical and electronic engineer would do. I'm going to open this bad boy up and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Right. Carefully pop these off so that there's no evidence of me tampering with it. It looks like it's just 4 screws, it should come right out. In fact, before we go any further, let's plug it in and I'll show you that it doesn't actually do anything. So there's 3 LEDs in there. Press and hold the power button, 3 seconds, nothing happens. Now, what have we got in here? A very dirty looking circuit board. I don't know if you can see, but there's a whole load of like corrosion possibly all over here. It looks like there's a lot of solder and flux that hasn't been cleaned off it. Some of the solder joints look a bit blobby, not been done very well. That one there, funnily enough, that is the power connector. I'm going to try and get close enough that you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that there looks like it's not even connected to the board. I wonder what that's for. It's not connected to anything. It's literally just a weight. This whole thing is that board and some weights to stop it from floating away for some reason. I don't know. Can't think of any other reason why they would weigh it down. It looks like there's just another 4 screws. So just pop them out. Set them aside. Do not lose them. Yeah. And another weight. There's nothing in that box apart from that and a couple of weights. And there's 2 stickers there. It makes me think maybe, I don't know, could they be QA stickers? There's a resistor there that's like on squint, as if it's like barely even on. I don't have a soldering iron with a tip fine enough to fix that if it is that, but I might have a play about with that jack there, see if we can get power to it. Yeah, those solder joints are dry. So if you look at these ones, there's blobs of solder on them. If you look at these ones are through-hole connections. There's no solder whatsoever on this side of the board. The through-holes are, I can't actually remember what they call it. Through-holes have got like a metal ring on the inside of it and the solder's supposed to join onto that. Judging by this, that is not even connected to the hole. I can move that with my fingernail. Right, I'm going to try and fix that and see if we get anything. Right, so I've got my iron, tin your tip, get some fresh solder on it. Do that again in a minute anyway, so I don't know how to do that now. Right. Fresh solder on your tip. Let's get it reflowed. Tried it anyway. It's almost as if someone's tried to reflow this before. Here we go. Turn that off, I'm going to cool down because I think we're done. What we'll do actually, I'll get an alternator and we'll see if there's power across those terminals. Nothing. Let's get power in this. Right. So, actually no power across the adapter. Okay, so I came to the conclusion that it's this adapter that doesn't work. Do you know what, actually? There's an LED on it. And that does not turn on when I plug it in. I'm not going to show you that because it's under the desk. Nothing. Nada. So that tells me that I've got a dodgy adapter. I don't even know if I've got another adapter with that size of barrel connector on it, and even if I did, I don't know if I would trust plugging it in. It would be the wrong voltage anyway. Right, I'm going to get this built up again, I'm going to get it sent back, and then back to the drawing board. I guess I'll just have to, if I want to go tapeless, like what was the original plan. I tell you a lie, the original plan with this was just to get something that could capture the USB capture device that I've got. The frame rate seemed to be all over the place and it wasn't picking that up too well. And this, I was hoping that it wouldn't pick up the kind of flickers of every other frame. Right, I'm going to get this put back together, I'm going to get it back in its box, get it wrapped up and return to sender. So I got it powered up and took some test footage, and to be completely honest, I wish I hadn't even bothered. It's not quite as noticeable in this clip because all you can see is my hand and the wall. In this next one though, you will see blocks, not much of anything else. It crops the top and bottom off of the image and there's no settings to adjust to be able to fix that. Let's not even get started on the audio quality. You know those MP3s that you used to download from LimeWire back in the day? You'd transfer it onto your £20 no brand MP3 player and it would sound like it was underwater. That's what this sounded like, but somehow worse. It's so bad that my editing software just muted it. It doesn't even want to hear it. I'm still sending it back as faulty because they sent me a faulty adapter. It's no use to me, and now having seen what it can do, it's even more no use to me. So bye bye zone converter box thing. Your DAS cells Avon.